Today on Snow Walker Bushcraft, we're going to show you how to put up a tarp that's easy to put up in the rain and the wind. One pole, 3 stakes, 1 tarp. Don't go away. Okay, the components for this shelter are very simple. We need our tarp. We need some type of hiking pole. If not, you can always manufacture one out in the woods if you have the right trees, and a minimum of 3 stakes. If the ground is hard, you're obviously going to need something to pound your stakes in, so we've elected to bring an axe today because the ground is very dry here. So let's go ahead and we'll set this shelter up. Alright, very simply, to put this shelter up, what we're going to do is we're going to stake our first corner. Then we are going to follow it out to the second corner, and this is going to be the back of the shelter. After that, we come around to the front. We take the 2 corners, we pull them together, and we place them in the ground. What that does is that now creates an opening, and it is pinned down on 3 sides. We now start to adjust our pole. We're going to climb inside the tarp, and we're going to adjust the pole and go straight up, making it tight. Once we're done and we're satisfied that the tarp is tight enough, we can come out and we can check the rest of the shelter. In the end, what you're going to have is you'll have ventilation down here, unless you take some more stakes and stake it down to the ground, which you can do ahead of time. Whichever way the wind is blowing, it doesn't matter. This flap is going to stay closed. You could also reach up from underneath and pin it down if you actually wanted to. Very simple, 1 pole method of setting up a shelter. It works best with a 9x9 tarp. If you go to a 10x10, it works well. An 8x8 is kind of small, and a 6x6 is way too small. You're not going to be able to do this. All right. So remember, 9 foot by 9 foot is your minimum to make this shelter. One last thing, when we're using this, if we cut a stick and we want to use it for our center pole, we always have to remember to protect the end. We want to round it, protect it as much as possible, wad it up, a bandana or something of that nature, tie it and put it into place. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to put a hole through our tarp, making it useless. And then we got to repair it when we get home. Some of these tarps are expensive. We'd rather not have to do that. So anyway, again, I want to emphasize, this is not my shelter. I did not come up with this. I got this from BSA Scoutcraft, I believe, and I will put a link to his channel in the description of this video. So make sure you go ahead and you check out his video channel, because he's like got a lot of good things, and a lot of them are directed towards scouts. Anyway, Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft, thank you for your views and your comments. Until the next one, walk the woods.